Okay guys, today we're diving deep. You must memorize this if you want to be funny, just like stand-up comedians. For example, phrase number 1. I see the guessing game is strong today. You can use this when people try to guess stuff about you or assume things about you, whether right or wrong, and you don't want to reveal yourself or give away everything. You can say, I see the guessing game is strong today. You know, maybe you approach a stranger, maybe you are in a class, whatever. You could say, I see the guessing game is strong today. People would say, for example, people can say, hey man, are you a shop assistant? You could say, I see the guessing game is strong today. And that's fun, right? You make the whole situation funny, right? You encounter a jealous friend that is mocking you or saying anything. You could say, I see the guessing game is strong today. Or if people say something negative, you could say, I would agree with you, but then we would both be wrong, right? I would agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. But this is especially, guys, in the dating. Let's say if you approach 3 people and they have jealous friends, or in social situations, you have to be always ready, right? You have to be fun, you have to be smart, and you have to be fast and sharp. So you could say, I see the guessing game is strong today, or I would agree with you, but then we would both be wrong. You have to memorize it, guys. If you don't memorize it, you can be boring. You can be boring, or you can freeze, you may not know what to say, right, sometimes. The second thing is, I didn't know we were in a rom-com. Rom-com is romantic comedy. So for example, you get a negative feedback or comment online, or your friend says something mean, or it doesn't have to be mean, but like something that you don't like. You could say, I didn't know we were in a rom-com, romantic comedy. Now that flips the script. Now they seem like a desperate, jealous people looking for validation, trying to cry out like help. So you say, I didn't know we were in a rom-com. I mean, something happened to it. Like, I got a negative comment on IG once. So I once announced that I would help men approach strangers, and I got a comment from a woman I was ignoring. She was like, oh, how can you teach men when you don't know how to talk? And I said, I didn't know we were in a rom-com. That instantly flipped the script. Next, let's not put the cart before the horse. When people rush things, when people are not taking things slowly, you just say, let's not put the cart before the horse. I'll give you my number later. Let's chat. Like, you try to be funny. And the last thing is, you say it like it's a flex. It's not. This is beneficial when people are trying to sound smart. So when people are trying to sound smart, you could say, you say it like it's a flex. It's not. When people try to put you in your place, you say it like it's a flex. It's not. If you want to leave and you don't want to stay anymore, you could say, I would love to stay and chat, but I left something boiling. Bye-bye. If they ask, what did you leave boiling, or what's boiling? You could jokingly say, my standards. Next. No, but it's the one that got you talking. So if you, let's say, make a joke, funny stories, and people don't laugh, and they say, do you think this joke is funny? You could say no, but it's the one that got you talking. Number 3, it's not available in your subscription tier. This is one of my favorites. So it's not available in your subscription tier, meaning that, when you meet a friend or when you meet someone and they ask you for big favors that they have not yet earned, so they are not so close to you to ask you for some favors, right? Let's say you met an acquaintance and you met someone 5 minutes ago, and let's say this lady says, for example, let me drive your car. Let's say it's not available in your subscription tier. Imagine. So we have 3 stages, right? Let's say acquaintance. Do you know when you subscribe to YouTube or when you subscribe to a service, right? You pay $5, maybe 10, maybe 15. So they are here. They are not yet your friend. They are not yet your close friend. So you could say, if they ask you for big favors, you could say, it's not available in your subscription tier. You are still an acquaintance. You are not my friend. Like, we're not that good of a friend. It's not something mean or something to make it a drama. Just something funny. I'm just trying to explain to you the meaning of subscription tier in case you didn't know. So it's not available in your subscription tier. Next, no, I'm the whole raffle. So let's say people say, oh, you think you're hot, you think you're funny, you think you're this. You could say, no, I'm the whole raffle. Raffle is like a lottery, right? Lottery ticket. You are one of a kind. So this rarely happens, but just for your information, you could memorize it for the sake of this word. Gotta make sure you don't get bored. If you do something silly, if you are being yourself and people don't like that, or they see that's too much for them or whatever, or maybe you drive someone crazy in a fun way, right? Are you always this annoying, or are you always this blah blah, or why would you say that, whatever? You could say, gotta make sure you don't get bored. Assuming that you are genuinely a nice and kind and not a mean. So assuming you are not a mean asshole and you are genuinely funny and loving person, you could say, gotta make sure you don't get bored if, they criticize you. Okay, part 3. I mean, if you're already asking, I probably am. This is a very good one. So let's say, for example, people say, do you think you're hot, or do you think you're smart? You could say, I mean, if you're already asking, I probably am. It's universal, guys. It's a very powerful and amazing. If people say something silly, you could say, apologizing might be a good idea. In a fun way, of course, you could say, those who tolerate you daily are the unsung heroes, or the unseen heroes, or are the real heroes, true heroes, whatever. And the last one is, this is like, if someone truly pisses you off, you could say, don't be embarrassed about who you are, leave that to your parents. But if you memorize these guys, you will almost be invincible in social settings. It's a very amazing and powerful set of witty retorts that come back. And that's not all. I have one more. As you guys know, I like to comment and analyze comedy shows. Why? Because these people use up-to-date slang, jokes, jargons, cultural things, you name it. So I tried to analyze and comment on the video, altering it. However, YouTube took it down, right? I got a copyright removal request. I believed it was just a generic algorithm bullshit. So I appealed this dispute, and my appeal has also been rejected and taken down. Not only that, I also received a strike, which is not good. So guys, if you would like to watch some exclusive content, I highly recommend you join this community where I can share with you all the things that you need in order to master your English, and if you want, teach English and earn from home. Also, if people assume something wrong about you, or they say something that is not true, you could say, you must enjoy being wrong. You must enjoy being wrong. Another thing that you could say is, if people say, you think you're hot, you think you're smart, anything that is similar to it, guys. This is not to say that you will be in a crazy attack of negative comments. Just if you memorize these things, it's going to be really amazing. You never know when you need it. So I know, for example, people say, you think you're hot, you say, I know I am, you're still here, aren't you, right? Or you think you are, whatever. And this is my favorite, guys. If people ask you a question that you don't want to answer, you don't feel comfortable answering, you just don't want to go there, you could say, it's such a beautiful question. Let's not spoil its majesty. Or let's not diminish its charm. Or let's not unravel its mystery. You could play with the word any way you want. Let's keep it on its pedestal, or whatever. So you could say, yeah, it's such a beautiful question. Let's not diminish its charm. And people laugh. They laugh and then they just forget about it. Like it's a very beautiful answer. Instead of saying, I don't want to talk about it. No, let's change the subject. Or you could joke about it in a very fun way.